So, everybody else has been getting snow, and we never got any snow, and I was really sad. But now we have snow! Turns out having snow outside is really good for lighting. Hey guys, what's up? It's Heidi. So I know it's a little late, but I'm going to do my January wrap-up and February TBR today. So I'm just gonna get into that and go ahead and get started. And you know the drill for these, so let's go. So I did really good in January. I read a total of 8 books, so that's awesome. I'm pretty happy with that. For my 100 books in a year goal, that is right on track. I'm not ahead or behind at all, so yeah. The first book I read is The Girl Who Circumnavigated Fairyland in a Ship of Her Own Making by Catherine M. Valente. And I flippin' loved this book. It was so cute. I have the second one I'm probably going to read this month. And it's about this girl who finds her way into this place called Fairyland, which is another world, and things are just really weird and awesome and cool there, and it takes some things really literally and like puts things in different environments that you wouldn't even have thought of. So it's just really awesome, and if you are looking to read any good middle grade children's fiction, this is definitely a book I would recommend picking up. Speaking of middle grade fiction, I finally finished the Fablehaven series, and I talked about this in my Bout of Books wrap-up also, but I read Secrets of the Dragon Sanctuary and Keys to the Demon Prison, and I liked these. I was not completely satisfied with the ending to this series, but overall I do really like the series. It's 4 out of 5 overall, and eventually I hopefully will actually do a video wrap-up video series review thing, but yeah. This was a pretty good conclusion. These were both really big books, and I did really enjoy this series, and as far as middle grade fiction goes, you know, it's pretty good. The next book I read was a book for school, and that was Herland by Charlotte Perkins Gilman, and this is a novella, and it's about a society that these 3 exploring men stumble across in like South America, and they find a society completely comprised of women. There are no men in this society, and it's really, really interesting to read. If you really like thought experiment books, like kind of thing, this is a pretty good book. I gave it 4 out of 5 stars, and it was really, really interesting, and then I had to write a paper on it, so that was less interesting. I'm just gonna not let you see this book, it's a secret. The next book I read, I already have a video review up for. I will leave a link right here for it, but that is Hollow City by Ransom Riggs. This is the second in the Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children series. It came out at the start of the month. It was really, really awesome, and if you want to hear more about it, you can click on this book here and it will take you to the link of the video. I really liked this though, and I gave it 5 out of 5 stars, I believe. I liked this a lot more than the first one also. The next book I read is continuing my indulgence in a lot of fantasy books, because I've been reading a lot of fantasy lately, and this is something that I've heard a lot about on Regan from Peruse Project's channel. I don't think I've heard anybody else talk about it though, but that is The Demon King by Cinda Williams Chima. I do want to finish the rest of this series. I believe there's 4 total, but this was the start, and this is really good. I really liked the world building in this, and it's just really interesting, and I'm very excited to continue because I don't know what's gonna happen exactly. I ended up giving this 4 out of 5 stars, but I have a feeling that the last few books, or the next few books in the series, will probably get a 5 out of 5 because the first one generally has a lot of setups. So that's exciting. I'm very excited to read the next one. The last book I read, oh, so good, and I'm very glad that I read it, and I can't wait for the 3rd one to come out, and that is Crown of Midnight by Sarah J. Maas. And holy crap, guys, this series is so amazing, and I don't even know how to deal with it. 5 out of 5 stars easily, and this is the second to Throne of Glass, and Throne of Glass was already amazing, and this was, if possible, even more amazing. And I have never enjoyed reading from a main character badass girl so much. She's so awesome, but like she also really enjoys girly things, and she's just so cool and unique, and I'm also terrified of her, but she's very awesome, and the ending of the book is kind of a cliffhanger. and I cried during this book a lot, so that means it was good. The last book I read, I don't really remember when exactly I read it, but that was Zeus Grant's Stupid Wishes by Corey O'Brien, which is a retelling of mythology, and it was really, really, really funny, and it's not a very intensely intellectual book or anything, but it's very funny, and if you want just like a light reading of mythology and stuff, I definitely recommend it. And it goes through like Greek mythology, Egyptian, Asian, like Chinese, Japanese, Indian, American, and it was just very, very entertaining, so I definitely recommend picking that up if it sounds interesting to you. So that is all I have read in January, and I'm not going to do a very big TBR for February just because I don't really know what I want to read right now, but I've already bought 6 books this month, so I should probably get started on reading. I have already read 1 book this month, and that is The Left Hand of Darkness by Ursula K. Le Guin. This is also for my lit class, my literature science fiction class. The book I am currently reading is The Arithmetist by Brandon Sanderson. If you haven't read a Brandon Sanderson book yet and you like fantasy, I don't know what you're doing with your life, but you should go read one. This is more like middle grade even, I would say, but this is more young adult fiction, I guess, but a lot of his other books are not, and they are just like really awesome fantasy. And this is a book where they draw chalk drawings and they fight each other, but it's only a certain number or certain people that can do it, and it's really, really good, and I'm really enjoying it so far, and I'll probably finish it pretty soon. Other books I'm planning on reading, I have to read Doomsday Book for school, so that will definitely get read. I have to read that within like the next week. I don't know what else I'm planning on reading. Probably Control by Lydia King, because that's a thing everybody's reading right now. And Cress by Marissa Meyer I have bought, but I have not started reading it yet. But I really don't know what else I should read. If you have any suggestions, leave some comments down below. I would gladly take them. And let me know what you read, what you're planning on reading, and anything else cool you want to tell me. And I will see you next time. Goodbye!